Hey everyone, welcome back, and this is a red themed speed drawing challenge, or is it coloring? I don't want to call this a challenge because I use more than just one color. So I'll do another one with just black with one thing being red. This was actually a character face design I was doing, but she ended up looking too motherly, if that make any sense. She's the mother of Seether, the character from the last video I did. She's a tough character and only motherly when she wants to be. I'm already doing face studies of her, and I found a face that I like. But since I drew this, I decided to color it anyway. And after a while of watching myself color, I've noticed I tend to put darker colors down first instead of the lighter ones. When I first started drawing, I used Crayola color pencils and found out how to blend them by putting the dark colors down first. So when I was able to buy Sharpies, I would color them the same way. Just to let y'all know, back in middle school days, Sharpies were like professional markers to me. They were expensive to get since I never really grew up with having a lot. So getting a pack of 20 was like hitting the lottery for me. And in high school, I learned about Prismacolor markers. Now those were expensive markers I have ever seen in an art store. They were like $5 to $6 a piece, so there was no way I was getting those. So I stuck to my Crayola color pencils and Sharpies. A few months later, I started to browse art supplies on YouTube. Mainly manga art supplies because I'm a traditional artist. Also, I couldn't afford a digital tablet or the program at that time. I think Photoshop was still like $700 or $800. I'm still debating if I should do manga traditionally or digital. I just use my remaining sketchbook for just studies and coloring. But as I was browsing, I found videos on Copic markers, and the prices I was seeing were really cheap. They were like $2 or $3 a piece. So being all happy at finally finding something I could afford, I began to look online, and to my shock, they were expensive. Turns out they are Japanese markers, and in Japan, they're cheap. So when they come to the States, the price doubles or triples depending on where you live. I wasn't getting those anytime soon, so I decided to find some alternatives. Then I found a deal on Artist Loft markers at Michael's and tried those out. They worked for the first few months, but after that they started to dry out and like break apart. And that's when I decided just to get what I want. I didn't want to keep wasting money on cheap art supplies, so I saved up for some Copic markers, and I don't regret it. I bought the Kayos because they were cheaper and they're not as wide as the original Copics. The plus is that they're refillable, and the refills will last me quite a while. I already got like 4 of them. I'm going to order some more. Sorry for the long side story, but the reason for it was I've been coloring backwards, and every other artist I've seen have been putting the lighter colors down before layering it with dark colors. And by doing that, they make their art pop or stand out. They even make it look like it's glowing sometimes. So in other videos, I'll be trying that technique and see how my art turns out. Oh, and guess what? I filled another sketchbook. Yay, this is number 2. Is it within a year? No, I don't think it's in a year, but first sketchbook filled within 6 months. It's not a fully colored sketchbook that I've been coloring in like this one, but a sketchy sketchbook with studies and some colored pieces here and there. I wonder if I should make that the next video just to give you guys a look at how much I improved in over the last 6 months. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I also need to invest in a better scanner so y'all can look at better photos at the end instead of that. But thanks for watching, and see you next time.